it's your girl Meesh. Welcome to another episode of Love Meesh, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests over, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm one of them. So welcome to my world. Let the conversation begin. Okay, so I'm going to keep repping that book, and I actually wrote it down. In my life, I've come to the conclusion that The Sims taught me a lot. When I actually go to create a person, it starts with the body. Is it going to be a male or female? I normally create myself. Okay, what is her hair going to look like? What is her face going to look like? How tall is she going to be? How skinny is she going to be? So I'm creating just like God created us. Then I start to actually build her. What is she like? I've always loved family and romance. So on every sim that I create, that's me, because I do different ones. But the one that's Jamisha, that's Meesh. She wants a big family and romance. That's all the fuck she care about. However, when I do get in the game, I know the cheat code to get her to level 10 of her career, because I already know that I love career. But when I'm creating her, that's not her focus, career. Her focus is love, family, and I'm going to get her a damn job. And that's kind of how I am now. I'm going to get me a job, but I'm going to love the fuck out of my husband and my kids. Like, that's my legacy. Hello. So, and when you do create family, guess what? It gives you achievements. Get married. Have kids. Become a grandmother. Like, each one that you pick, and it's funny because this is life. You could want to be a doctor. You could want to be a criminal. You could want to be a teacher, an astronaut. It's funny because the game has evolved now. I started with Sims 1. It's all the way up to Sims 4 now. I can't wait for 5 to drop. That's going to be bananas. Only thing I hate is when it starts over, all of the games start over because they have expansion packs. So it'll be the first game will be just basic Sims. Then they'll introduce pets and date night and city living and apartment living and celebrity status. And then you'll get like vacation, and then you'll get like mystic, and then they'll introduce college. And then you can become a business owner. So you get these different expansion packs. But from 1 to 2, now when 2 starts, you got to start all over because it's a completely new game. So you can't use what you used in game 1, which is how they make money. Because if they continue that shit, I had it all already in number 1. It was so bad, so we all used to fight over the Sims. And I'm still the only one that's in love with it. That's why I can't wait to get my computer Friday. I'm going to download the Sims, y'all. I miss my family, and I would give her... I'll make her a fine-ass husband. His career going to be 10 too. Because money isn't everything, but it allows you to do so much more, y'all. We got to stop fearing money. Money is not the devil. Money will allow you to say, hey, babe, let's go to Rome. Money will allow you to say, I want my child to go to private school. Money will allow you to start the damn business. You know what I mean? Money is not evil, but we got to learn about it. And we got to stop fearing it, and we got to manage it better. And that's one of the things that I'm working on too. But that's another podcast. Don't worry. I will share. Sharing is caring. Back to the Sims. So we're up to 4 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the lady. Back to me. So I would want her to, romance would be her passion in life. And as you're creating... you would say what she... Okay, so after that, that's just what she want to do in life. She want to be about romance. I still have to do her likes and dislikes. I would say she loved to read. She loves to work. She's clean. Which I'm not the cleanest person, but it's not going to be roaches and shit running around. And, you know what I mean? I might not like to do it, but I'm going to do it, if you know what I mean. And you can hire a fucking maid. So if you don't want to do it, make sure you get the money to have somebody else to do it. And don't be nasty. And I just learned when things are cluttery and stuff like that, it stops your blessings from going in. Because as above, so below, as within, so without. So if my room is junky, you know, that could be an indication that something could be off internally. And that could be blocking a blessing or whatever. So you got to tidy it up. And that's why in the Bible it says cleanliness is next to godliness. So I get it. But back to the Sims. So that's what she like. What she dislike. You know, she don't like dirtiness. You know, she don't like slobs. This, that, and other. So I build all that. Then I get to do her interest. Then I get to do her I think they introduced like achievements. So then I go make him, and then I add the kids that we already have. And as soon as I'm done, I get to pick a plot of land and put them on a plot of land. And then I get to first, they be on an empty grass, and I put in my cheat code mother load. And I give them the max amount of money, 99999. I go get this big ass house. I move them into the house. Then I start hiring my maid. I put in my cheat code for their job. So they don't even have to go to work because the money already there. But they still got, and that's one thing about me. You got all this money and I still make them go to work. They don't even need to go to work because I done gave them the maximum amount of money. But I get them everything, the most expensive stuff in the house. Like it's nothing that they can't have. Like in one of the Sims, you could get a car. I think that was in 3. I don't know if it's in 4 yet. But they could get a car and they could drive around in their car. They have cell phone. It advanced so much, y'all. From Sims 1, they had a damn cell phone. And Sims 4, they got a pocket in their phone in their pocket. They can order pizza. They can adopt. Like, what the fuck? They can have their own business. Like, to me, the person that made Sims was like, look, y'all, this is life. You're playing it as if it's a game, but this is actual life. So the question is, who made me? Who gave me my interest and my likes? Who put me in this fucking apartment? And I want to be in a mansion. And where's my fucking mother load? Okay? Give me my mother load and fill up my bank account. That's kind of how I feel like somebody is playing a fucking game. Because my Sims could be like, and it's funny because in the game, if you don't do something, like let's say she stank and she didn't take a shower, she'll lift her hands up and be like, la, 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 la. And here's another thing, they don't speak English. So to me, that's kind of how it is to the other beings. We're saying this, that, and the other, and waving our hands, and they don't know what the fuck we're saying, which is why, again, I'm going to learn these other languages. But they're like, blah, 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 blah. But only reason I know what they need is because it's a bar that says hygiene and it's red. Like, she needs to take a shower ASAP. And it's flies buzzing around her. And she like, hey, nigga, if you got them on free will, they going to do it by themselves. But if they not on free will, you're manually doing everything for them. So I personally feel like this could be like a game and we're on free will. Unlike my Sims, I already made you a boss lady. I already made you fall in love and get married and have twins. You know what I mean? You're going to work. Like, I'm pretty much controlling my one household. But I do make other people and other families and I let them do what they want to do. But I control my mini-me, so to speak. But what if we all are just on free play? And somebody just sitting at the computer screen like, you got it. You stink. Go take a bath. What you yelling at me for? So sometimes when we praying to God, he probably like, what you yelling at me for? You know what I mean? Find some water, find some soap, and do the damn thing. But I was trying to say things that are helping me understand life to me personally on my level, because we probably all are on different levels, are the Sims, the game. The book I keep mentioning, The Game is Life. I just found on YouTube the 50 Universal Laws. Amazing. I'm actually putting it in my journal. Because I listened to it at work, and then I was talking to my sister, and she was like, you saying that? You must not remember. I was like, damn, let me go listen again. And I got up to number, oh, wow, I got far. 17. So I got to get to 50. And that would be a nice podcast. I can go over that with you guys. That was interesting. It made so much sense to me. And it kind of made me mad because all they tell us are the 10 commandments. It's a lot more than that. And it's probably more than that because the 42 laws of Muahhh, that's exactly what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to do the 50 universal laws, the 10 commandments, and the 42 laws of Muahhh. This is how my ideas be coming, y'all. And what I do for me personally, I write them down for myself. And then I share it. Because what good is sharing something and I'm not using it? How I'm going to help you get to the next level and I'm stuck? Like, that's dumb as fuck. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me write that down before I forget. So, 50 laws, 10 commands, and 42 laws. Pretty sure there's more. I'll see if there's some more out there. This is so interesting. In my past life, I probably was a philosopher. What if I was Einstein, y'all? Came back as a girl. I just love to learn. If somebody could pay me to do this, and that blows my mind. Like, how were they able to do that? How did Einstein just research all day? How did he pay his bills? How did Tesla just research all day? How did he pay his bills? Like, what the fuck? Am I in the wrong lane? Should I have went into science? And you know what, y'all? I wish I worked at like Google or Apple. Hell, it's one more where they just kind of let you think and make things and invent things. But I always thought, I can't take shit apart and put it back together. I thought you had to be good in math and science and tinkering to go that way. I didn't know you could be creative and go that route too. So I might just put in applications for laughs and giggles and see what happens, because I do be having all these ideas and don't be knowing what to do with them. Or if I do know what to do with them, it still takes a team to get them off the ground. Like, you could never... I got 7 things that I'm doing personally. And if someone wanted to come along and help, I would not mind, because although I thought of the vision, you probably could bring more to it and it probably could go further. Like me and my sister, we started LMP Publishing. And it's all because I love to read and I love quotes and stuff like that. And I started posting and she started posting. We're up to 7,000. Do y'all know when we get to 10,000, we can start, we can add a link to a page. And I'm going to build a book nerd store with book lover quotes on hats, shirts, coffee mugs, jewelry, bookmarks, book bags, book totes, so that we could start making money. And we're at 7 now, and that was just from January to now. So we might not get to 10 this year, but by the end of next year, we probably would be there, and that could be a source of income. Money does allow me to do things. Like, I don't like to say I don't like money, because hell, I want to go to Dubai right now and I don't have no Dubai money. So I'm not going to say I don't like money, but money allows me to do things. I like the things that money allows you to do. Put it that way. If I could go to Dubai for free, fuck money. So that's what I'm trying to say. But more importantly, I'm not going to be here always. This business can. My sister can take it over. My nieces and nephews can take it over. That's probably why I have so many too. So it could be enough to go around. And that's what we don't capitalize on, leaving a legacy. We only live for now. Now. Me. What did you leave behind? I don't know anybody whose parent, I take that back. My best friend Michelle, her mom, was able to pass down her house to her daughter. I don't know anyone else that was able to do that. My grandma didn't do it for my mom. My mom and them still paying for their house, and they did say they was going to leave it us. So somebody will have the house. I take that back too. My daddy's brothers, they do own properties. So they do have, and my cousin Shantae, she's going to be able to take over those properties and rent them out and stuff. But that's a source of income. Y'all, we got to start thinking like that. And I want a house so bad, y'all. But I want a source of income that will pay for that house. This is where I'm at in life. Whatever that mortgage is, I want a business or something that will be able to foot that. So I think I'm going to get a rental property first. and pay that bad boy off and then get my property. And I'm working on my credit right now, and I'm still flipping it over in my mind. But I read an article and I saved it where this girl got a duplex. No, she bought a house. She stayed in it for a year, then she rented it out. So she had a mortgage, and then they gave her a line of credit. She used the line of credit. Oh, yeah, she used the line of credit to buy a duplex, and she was able to use that money to do three things: pay off the duplex, pay off the first loan, and savings. Are you fucking kidding me? That's how I'm trying to be. And I know somebody who took a job somewhere else. Her house is still here. She's able to collect that rent from the house. And I have to check up on her and see how that's going, because the last thing I heard, she had to do some repairs, so she hadn't really seen any kickback from it. But I would love to hear like how that's going. Like, are you able to use that money to pay for your mortgage and your rent where you are now? Like, this is like, come on, y'all. This is what I'm trying to get. But way off the topic of angels, universal laws, game of life sim. So I'm sorry, y'all. That tends to happen a lot. So let me get back to it. Okay, so this was the list: The Sims, The Game is Life, Universal Laws, Astrology City, A Spiritual Journey. Please go look up this book. It's on YouTube. It's free. Astral City, A Spiritual Journey. Now, it's in Spanish, but the words are in English, so just read it. The man dies, and it tells you his journey. That's all I'm going to say, because y'all know I'll use the rest of this podcast to tell the whole movie. It was amazing. I sent it to everybody I know. I know my family would be so tired of me. I just share. Because I might be telling the story all wrong. Just look at it and see what you get from it. I even sent it to my grandma. And what I've learned is some people are receptive of the information that I share, and some people are not. Like, I would never be fearful of knowledge. If you could tell me this how you put voodoo on somebody, I'm not scared of that. I'm going to listen to you. And if you say, and pull hair and take a shirt, I'm going to put that in my mind. So if I see somebody getting hair at my brush, what you doing? Asking if they can borrow a shirt. I don't put, you know what I mean? I can at least put that together, what you're trying to do. But if I don't know, you done got my brush, you done got my hair and doing a whole spell and I don't know nothing about, because I'm so fearful, I want to stay away from that world. No, I mean, learn what the fuck about that world so that I can protect myself. I don't mean I have to use it. I know that I'm a light being and I don't want to use that stuff. But I also, when I was pulling this up, you know what came up? Shadow work. And that's the next thing I'm going to research for myself, because I'm not scared of my dark self. When I get mean and nasty, I'm not afraid. You piss me the fuck off. You caused this Misha to come out. Don't be mad now. I don't always want to be like this, but she's here to protect me. You pissed me off and you brought her out. Like, I love all parts of me. I love sexy me. I love goofy me. I love smart me. I love angry me. I love little miss attitude. I love little girl me. That's why I love hanging with the kids and let my little girl live. She's not going to die. She's still in there and she want to live. But bitch, you got to get up and go to work. I have to remind her we're still an adult now. But there's all parts of me, and I embrace them all. I don't do the whole good and evil anymore. But I do recognize that, like, raping a child, there's no way I could label that as good. I don't care what you're trying to do. If you're trying to use sex magic, which I think that's what that has to do with. There's this thing with sex magic. You can manifest things. And if kids are pure, they might not know what the freak is going on. But with you raping them, you probably manifested. Ain't no telling what you manifested. Which, if that's what they're up to, that's ridiculous. Because ain't that much sex in the world to me. Ain't that much organs in the world to me. If I'm 60 years old, I'm going to do with a baby kidney. I'm going to need your ass to grow up so I can get that kidney. So it just, a lot of it still don't make sense to me. But since we're not tapping into this magical world, and I know that all of them have some type of mystical person on their team. Oh, they know about this. They know about this stuff. They manifesting like a mug. So I'm gonna learn all of it. I'm gonna learn everything. I want to say I was sheltered or I was boxed in. The shelter in the box is gone, and I'm all ears. I'm not scared of anything. And I think that's what our generation, I think the last generation was fearful. I think this generation is fearless. That's why they want to label us as rainbow child and star seed and da da da. I know labels. I'm not mad about labels. You can give me all the labels in the world and I can find myself within them. You can label me as a murderer as well, because I'd be damned if you do something and I'm already 38. I can see myself murdering you, and I wouldn't see nothing wrong with that. I can tap into that. It's another thing with me. I can look at movies and I feel each side. Even when like somebody's arguing, like I was on a jury, you guys, and I felt both sides. I felt one side and I felt the other side, and I felt torn. But it's not me being torn. I'm a Libra. I'm just balanced. I'm going to always see both sides. If two of my friends are arguing, I know where you coming from and I know where you coming from. Don't call me two-faced, this, that, or the other. I know why you feel like you got fucking tried, and I know why you feel like you got fucking tried. And it is what it is. I don't think either one of you are wrong, and it is what it is. Just move on. But when it comes to that, I don't like molestation. Wrong, fucking wrong, wrong, wrong. So even though I'll learn like the dark stuff, I still have wisdom within me to know and this is another thing, just because you know how to do something does not mean you should do it. Aha. Like in all the vampire movies, they want to kill a virgin. Just because you know that the virgin is going to do XYZ doesn't mean that you should. You know what I mean? So, I forgot to have the music on, y'all. Sorry. They probably had a commercial in there that threw me off. And then, so please go look at that movie. It's really good. Then I put religions. I'm learning about all religion, and I'm picking up different things from religion. And the last thing I put was body, mind, soul, and heart. I'm going to learn about my body. You know, it's 12 parts of the body. I'm going to see if I can find it. I be saving all of this stuff to research later, because I'm not going to say I don't have time, because you make time for what you want to do. But I do so much till I don't rush it anymore. Like, this is life. This is a journey. And when I get to it, I'll get to it. And I'll get to it at the right time. Let's see. This might be spiritual stuff. Physics. Let me just type in body and see if it come up. I got so much shit to go through, y'all. I can't even find it here. I don't even know what I would have put it under. I gotta get better at my name so I'll be able to find stuff. Because a lot of this stuff say untitled, which means I have to click on it and see what it is. That's alright. I'm gonna Google it real quick, because I know. At least I know what it should be under. It's the, the 12 skeletal systems. The 12 body systems. It came right up. So here they are. It's the skeletal system. This is all have to do with body, y'all. So there's so much to learn within body. You can get lost in that. Like, people want to stick to one major in life. No, there's several majors that you need to go over. So learn and keep it moving. Skeletal system. Circulatory system. Oh, no. This is not it. That's not 12. You see how they tried me? That was not 12, boo. Circulatory system. Circulates blood around the body via the heart, arteries, and veins, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the organs and cells and carrying the waste products away. Keep the body's temperature in a safe range. That's exactly what I need to research, because I be hot as fuck. My midsection, like my stomach, be burning up. But my external sections, like my feet and my hands, be cold as ice. Digestive system. The system to absorb nutrients and remove waste via the gastral tract, including mouth, esophagus, stomach, and intestines, eliminates waste from the body. Endocrine system. Oh my God, y'all. Here we go with 12 again. This is the second time going over 12. Oh no. I think we went over this. I think this is the third time. I said 12. Oh yeah. The 12 angels, the 12 disciples, the 12 zodiac signs, and now here we go with the systems, y'all. Sorry, that caught me off track. Endocrine system influences the function of the body using hormones. The integumentary system, the exocrine system. Sorry, y'all, I'm not a English major. I really don't care about pronunciation and all of that stuff, because a lot of it comes from French and Greek anyway, so whatever. Integumentary systems, the estrogen system, which is skin, hair, nails, sweat, and other. Yes, I need to do this because oh my God, if you see me in the club, it looks like I just got out the pool. I'm the girl with the fan. Don't know. Everybody else want to act like it's cool in there. No, bitch, I'm hot and I'm dying. And I probably got on a wig, which makes it 10 times hotter. So I'm the girl with the Chinese fan because I'm hot as fuck. So if you see a fan, that's me. I need to figure that out. The immune system and lymphatic system defends the body against pathogens that may endanger the body. The system compromising a network of lymphatic vessels and carry a clear fluid called lymph. The muscular systems enables the body to move using muscles. The nervous system collects and processes information from the senses via nerves and brain and tells the muscles to contract and cause physical actions. The renal system and the urinary system, the system where the kidney filters blood to produce urine and get rid of waste. The reproductive system, yes, that's my nemesis. The sex organs required for the production of offspring. The respiratory system brings air in and out of the lungs to absorb oxygen and remove carbon dioxide. Skeletal system, bones maintain the structure of the body and organs. And the last, oh no, that's 11. I thought it was 12. Are we missing one? They probably put two of them together. Yeah, the renal system and urinary system. Okay. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that was 12. So yeah, and so I put down body, mind. Do you know that there is I'm gonna keep this page. There's 3 brains, I want to say. There are more than 86 billion neurons in the brain, and more or less equal number or other cells. Y'all, what? 86 billion? Billion? Who sat there and counted that? That's what I want to know. Some people say the 3 brains are your head brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. But those are not the brains I'm talking about. You have your conscious, your superconscious, and See, I'm familiar with the stuff I've heard of that level because I put tabs in my phone to research, and now I'm to the point where, okay, let me dig into that a little more. Found it. It's the conscious, the subconscious, and the superconscious mind. So all of that I just said, and that's just mind alone. And then soul, it's a lot to learn about soul. And I think soul kind of meshes with chakras too, because that's like inner work. And I think it has to do with tantric sex too. Like everything on the spiritual level, I think is more the soul. And then the heart, I think we have a lot of heart work to do, like with your emotions and your feelings, in which I'm happy a lot of people are going to therapy now and cleaning up that path. So I put, for me, like life, I think of the game of The Sims, the book The Game is Life, those universal laws that I'm going to go over, that movie, The Astral City, which kind of tells you what happens when he died, how he journeys back, and different things that you may or may not do depending on what religion you're in. I feel like in my heart of hearts, it's pretty accurate. The different religions, different things that I can pick up from those, and just to dig deeper into the body, mind, soul, heart. There's so many other topics that I am digging into that I am just super, super, super excited about it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Drum roll. Dun, dun, dun. So y'all know I have my Meesh at night because I am like not ashamed of the sex world. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. And I just was really undereducated about it. So, anything I don't know, I'm going to learn anyway. So that's what drew me to it. And I remember being real young, like reading Zane books. Like I was never afraid of it. And she had like the raunchiest books out there, and I just loved it. Then I got into the church world, and yada, yada, yada. And then when 50 Shades of Grey came out, I was like, don't look at it, this, that, the other. But I saw that movie and fell in love. I love the movie. I saw the movie and then went and heard the audiobook. And heard her side, and now they gave the guy's side, and I heard his side, and I loved it. And then I started researching BDSM world and, rope, and then there's like a sex chair, and I got me a pole. There's pole. And now women are doing sexy dances. You see them all on YouTube. It's nothing wrong with doing that. Whether you do it for yourself just to make your fucking self happy, or whether you want to entertain your man, because we all know that's why they go to the strip club. Maybe if you could do it, he wouldn't need to go give his ones to someone else. A past lover of mine's sister was a stripper, and she's the most beautiful girl in the world to me. Beautiful heart, mind, body, soul, all of that. And she just loved the way she looked. She paid extra attention to her hair. She even will put like jewels on her face. And I want to find some, like a goddess. She always like kept her body up. And she was like just very flexible, can do a split and all. And she loved to entertain. It wasn't even about trying to be with people. Yes, she got her bag up, but she had a gift of entertainment. And it pays her bills. So who knows? Maybe I went on that journey with my lover for the different people, my past lover, for the different people that I met that left an impression on me personally. And so now I have my whole Meesh at Night page. I have my fans only page. I have my Patreon page. And I just found a cousin of mine. Y'all learn who your family are. We up here talking, and I done found out you my cousin. But I'm just friendly in general. I used to like look at people and say, "Oh, that's my husband, that's my baby, that is the other." But I don't know what you came in my life for. Why did we meet, teacher? What lesson are you here to teach me? Are you here to teach me to love myself more? Are you here to teach me the word no? Are you here to teach me how someone else can love me deeply and passionately? Like, I don't know what your lesson is, so I will allow you to give that lesson to me. I'm learning to tune into my intuition, my heart, and wisdom a little bit more. But everything that is supposed to happen to me will, good or bad, even if I don't understand it. And I just need to either remember this was the blessing that I got from this, or this was the lesson that I learned from this. And as long as I do that, I'm okay. Which is why I think it's important for us to journal. But anyways, so my cousin, he was telling me there's different ways that guys are supposed to have sex. Like, they're supposed to make circle motions. And he sent me a whole Google document I'm going to share on my page with live demonstration with the man and the girl. And I was just like, wow, I hadn't even heard of that. Kind of like Kama Sutra, but it was a black guy and a white woman. And then he was like, hey, this is a lady that I'm following. Because I was looking up, let me tell y'all, I be thinking about this stuff so far in advance before I touch it. Now, I just put on my page that I want to look into. Before I say it, let me tell you when I first thought about it. Okay, so how to become a sexologist. This was done on 9/28/19. I put it in here at 2:24 p.m. I put it in here because, I know I'll come back to it later. It's just not time. You have to pay for the class. I don't have money for the class. We'll come revisit that later. That's how my mind works. So he was in her class. She in California. Her class is like, damn, $10,000. He showed me someone else. Her name is Dr. Rachel. And she has the Dr. Rachel Institute. And she has a class as well. So I just put on my page, the Dr. Rachel Institute, how you always wanted to know more and do more. I want to make you into a certified master sexpert, an exceptional, qualified, and passionate sexpert trained in the foundations of anatomy, physiology, sex, sexuality, lust, and passion. Along the way, I want your life to transform so that you can become the best lover and that you get all that you were meant to have out of your sexual relationships. All from, I think she's saying because it's online. That part is kind of blacked out. Then it says certified master sexpert. Become a certified master sexpert on your own time. Comprehensive interactive online courses with Dr. Rachel L. Ross, MD, PhD. Now, her class is only, I want to say, the first class is 2,000, second class 2,000, so maybe 5. So half of the price of what they charging over in Cali, and she's black. So that was my announcement. So not only am I going to be selling bedroom candy, pure romance, and throwing my little parties, I'll actually have accreditation behind me to know a little bit more about it. And I don't know, maybe a partner will come in my life and I can explore these things a little bit more. If not, then I'll just have book experience versus personal, which is okay. Whatever life brings me, I'm okay with that. Let's see if I can find some really good ones in here. It's some really good stuff in here, y'all. Like you just have to read it. I can't even do this book any justice. Do different angels have colors special to them? Traditionally, the color chrism has been linked with the highest angels. The 6-winged seraphs are burning ones who are close to God. The next highest angels, the knowledgeable cherubs, are said to have a blue as their color. Maybe because in the Bible, the prophet Ezekiel saw a sapphire stone over the cherub's head. So, again, y'all think I'm crazy with these colors. Y'all better look into them. Who's who in heaven and hell? Although the Bible only mentions angels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael by name, during their early Middle Ages, God's messengers underwent a population explosion in human imagination. Today, folklore and literature have an angel Dophael to procure women, and another Laliah in charge of conception, an angel who carries prayers up 900 heavens to God, still another who heads up Satan's secret police force in hell. Here's just part of a list that could run to 1,000 of names if I let it. So, remember I went over the names? This one kind of goes over them too. But I'm going to have to just do another one, y'all. So, this one, lists the names too. But since I went over those, I'm going to skip that one. Because it's kind of like repeating what I already said. This one was interesting, though. It says, are all angels created equal, or are some more equal than others? And it was the answer that I was looking for. Angel thinkers generally believe that angels are split into increasingly advanced classes, just as physical creatures, from the newt to the Newton, are divided up into more and more advanced stages. As Paul of Tarsus puts it, one star differs from another in glory. Over the centuries, churchmen have put angels in 9 groups, from fiery top-ranking seraphims, never quitting their meditations at the feet of God, down to earthly guardian angels at the bottom. To top 3 ranks seraphims burning with God's love, many-eyed intellectuals, cherubs and God-bearing thrones stay always in God's inner court, meditating to Him who is the total purpose of creation. The middle 3 ranks, dominions, virtues, and powers, keep the universe running mechanically. I think this is where we start to talk about the universal laws and the planets, and we just say, oh, they're just laws, or oh, they're just personalities. When here, it actually says that there is the latest middle rank angels. So maybe these are angels and we aren't giving them proper names. Like one of the 50 universal laws is the law of harmony. What if that's an angel? And you're going to govern harmony, but we just want to call it the law of harmony when it's a whole existing angel. It's just my point of view. The lower 3 principles the lower 3 are princes, archangels, and angels, and they carry out particular tasks. So it breaks it down a little bit more. It said, here's a look at the traditional beliefs and the lore of each order. So it's gonna work its way from the bottom on up. So the last one was angels. So guardian angels are the lower, and each of us get ones at birth. Did you hear that? Each of us get one at birth. I'm definitely going to put, I do have guardian angel on my altar, but I'm going to find a statue and put up there. And I'm going to start honoring my angel, because if I'm a wild child for my mom and she said I gave her hell growing up, then good Lord, what did I do for my angel? Even every day getting to fucking work, speeding like a bat out of hell, just the different decisions that I want to make. Like, you could tell me right from wrong, but I'm going to still make my own decision. And I'm going to be okay with the consequence, because at the end of the day, I know it's what I chose. So if you say that God was no good and I felt like I loved Him and you could possibly be wrong, I'm going to go down that road. And if you turn out to be right, okay, you were right. But I still got a wonderful experience from that, and nobody can take that away from me. But each of us get one at birth. Look that up. So let's see. Archangel. They look after worldwide godly ideals, like the notion of worshiping God. So archangels, I know a lot of the times we call on them for protection. Like I know Archangel Michael, Gabriel. It mentioned them before. Yeah, the Bible only mentions 3, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. It's even some movies about them, because they're like the war angels. Like even when my grandma prayed, she would mention them. So see how we talk about some things in church, but not all things. So you don't just talk about Jesus, you talk about the angels. Why you can't talk about everything else? I'm just saying. But I didn't know that they look at us worshiping God. That's interesting. The princes, they stand guard over nations and leaders like the Pope. They protect good spirits from attack by jealous evil spirits. So I thought, so that's the princess. I'm thinking that's the archangels. No, that's the prince level. That they're the ones that are fighting evil spirits. So the archangels are worried about other things. So that's just helping me know who to call on. And that's why I'm going to put all the angels on the wall, so I'll know who to call on. the powers. See, this is going up, y'all. Powers. They keep the laws of the universe working so that, for example, the force holding an electron spinning around an atom nucleus is just right. Change that force slightly, let atoms fly apart, and physical life will be impossible in the new, totally different universe. So, as I mentioned, universal laws, it just said powers keep the universe working. So here we are, power and universe. I'm going to just say the powerful angels of the universe. That's how I'm going to phrase it. Because I don't, in my mind, the law of harmony, like that's like a nothing. That's like a nothing to me. But an angel is a something to me that is actually doing something. So I'm going to just give it more credit than that. The law of harmony. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So, virtues is the next one. They draw on God's force to work miracles. Okay. Dominions. The highest of the middle order angels making the universal laws work. So I guess that's two different things that they have to do with the universe. So the powers keep the law of the universe working, and dominions make the universal laws work. I'm going to have to ponder that a little bit more. It takes two. The universal laws is so much that two different angels is working on them. Thrones. The lowest of the angels who always stay in God's inner court are called bearers of God. So maybe God have an army too. Maybe these is his bodyguards. The second-rank cherubs, often pictured as full of eyes to symbolize their great intellect. In angel lore, they are God's record keepers. In popular opinion, cherubs have gone from being thought of 3,000 years ago as monstrous winged lions with human heads guarding ancient buildings to being drawn today as chubby winged babies on Christmas cards. Quite an evolution. In Bible lore, cherubs show up in their role as place guardians at the Garden of Eden with flaming swords to keep the banished Adam away from the garden's tree of life. Now, we all know the story of Adam and Eve, and we all have heard that God placed a cherub there to protect the entry from the Garden of Eve. So we have heard of cherub before. At least I have. So it's just saying that cherubs have so many eyes because the eyes represent their knowledge. To me, eyes represent seeing everything, like recording back to God, like you're not missing a beat. But okay, I guess it can mean intellect too. The top ranked six-winged seraph, so-called burning ones closest to God, Pi Raymond compares them to moths, madly beating with their wings against the glass of a lamp, the divine light of God, at which they would gladly burn themselves. So, when it say fire, I want to think of like spirit, because when we see like spiritual beings, it's not really like a flesh suit. It's like a nothing. It's like light. So maybe they are so on such a high dimension till they can only code it as fire. Because when you light a candle, you can't pick up fire. You can pick up the candle. So the essence of fire itself is like spirit to me. But wasn't that interesting, y'all? It's like a hierarchy. Some people say angels keep a record of every good and bad deed we commit for use on Judgment Day. Is that so? This was funny, y'all. And Lee Hunt's famous poem about Abu bin Adam, the hero, awoke one night from a deep dream of peace to discover a recording angel by his bedside scribbling in a golden book to make a report on Abu the god. When the angel asked if Abu had any suggestions, Abu thought a moment and then said, "Write me as one who loves his fellow man." The angel returned the next night to show Abu that his name was not at the top of God's honor roll. This is evidence that the legends of recording angels must be true, at least to this extent, that our own minds do the record keeping within our memories a perfect job of it. So if we are spirit and we was put in this suit, that's brilliant, because our eyes are recording everything, our ears are hearing everything, you know what I mean? Our body is reacting to things. Like if you're mean and stuff, they say that you actually build up diseases in your body and you die. And when you forgive people and change your life around, usually those diseases go away. So all of this stuff like has a purpose. So you can be like, God, I ain't do that. And your eyes is like, yes, you did. Let me go back to this day and show you, since you don't remember. That is amazing, y'all. In short, a growing number of scientists now believe that, at least on some deep level, our minds record and never forget every deed and every thought and feeling. Just said that. The recording angel is in our skull. It says, but why this perfect memory? According to one controversial theory, the supposed reincarnating soul, which I do believe in, between lives allegedly spends time deeply evaluating all its experiences on earth to build wisdom and character. These traits then show up enhanced in the next incarnation, and some mystics and philosophers claim. So when I remember looking at The Matrix, when he woke up and he was in, the gray suit in the machine, in the electrical world, he would sit in that chair and they would put the thing in his skull, and what would they do? They would upload or download different skills. He learned kung fu and all this other stuff and how to fly and whatever. So if we're learning things in each lifetime, you don't think you're going to be able to pick it up in your next lifetime? So perhaps the people that can draw really good, they brought them skills from before. And singers and actors and everybody. You know what I mean? Also, in astrology, you can do a past life regression to see what you were in your past life. They do believe in that in astrology. Even if you don't believe in astrology, why do people say, oh, you have an old soul, you've been here before? Christians are good at saying that. What do you mean about you being here before? You don't believe in reincarnation, or do you? And I keep telling y'all, in the book, The Game is Life, y'all better read that book. And one of the parts of The Game is Life, they would have to log into the system and play the game so they can be better humans. When they would log in the system and play the games, for about 3 weeks, they would live a life from 1 to 80. Whatever you did, got married, got a divorce, had kids, was a basketball player, CEO, whatever that journey was, when you got out, people could see what you were doing because it was recording on the screen. You was actually getting life points. So when you woke up, and this was the scary part, you can either win money or lose money. If you played it well, you would get money, and when you come back to this world, you could be rich. And it was a lot. Think of like YouTube celebrities. So let's just say the YouTube celebrities now that got all these followers, they played their game well. So when they got out the game, they could use that money, buy condos, this, that, other. It would work in a real world. But they would have to keep playing this game until they reached from the age of 5 years old until 18. And they would be able to keep those experiences. So although he died at 80, and it's interesting because when I read the book, he was in the bed. He was telling his wife, I love you, goodbye. He saw the white light, and then he woke up in the room. He was like, where am I? You're back, Joe. You don't remember where you are? It took a while for his memories to come back. He done lived 80 years. Just a little kid. And after his body recuperate, he was going to jump back in and play another game. And it's not like you go in the game knowing that you in a game because you start from a baby. Obviously, you don't forget all this stuff. Or if babies do remember, they can't tell nobody you're speaking gibberish. And you probably forgetting all the chemicals and vaccines and milk. It probably don't make the situation any better. But, so you do that from the age of 5 until 18, and you become a better citizen. They wanted the kids to do that so they can be a better citizen in the world. Like, obviously, the world was going so bad. Like, they had to do something about these disrespectful ass kids. You know, because kids are the future. So that's why I say that game is good, y'all. So maybe it's not even reincarnating. Maybe it's just a game. Everybody keeps saying game, 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 game. We love playing games. I don't know, y'all. Just read, learn, and enjoy your life. There's a lot of good questions in here. I just wanted to do the real good ones. Do angels have bodies? Certainly not physical bodies, but spirit bodies. 100% non-material spirit. The spirit body is invisible to the physical eyes, and it seems to be identical to the visible physical body. Apparently, it's weightless and very light in weight, so that its characteristically floats on the ceiling or up in the sky. Indeed, many hospital patients have had out-of-body experiences, reporting drifting upwards to the ceiling as they watch doctors and nurses try to resuscitate their bodies. The body was a dwelling for the soul. We all know that. Let's see. Richie wondered if the minds of all these spirits had been obsessed with earthly things while still alive on Earth. Although no longer having an earthly life, why were they still clinging to Earth? I wondered if this was hell, to care most when you are most powerless. Richie was also shown other worlds, one where truth-seeking souls like sculptors and inventors worked in libraries, campuses, and labs. He also saw a brilliantly beautiful city of light. As in so many other things, angels, it seems, leave heaven and hell up to us, both before and after death. Free will, baby. We can't blame nobody but ourselves. So again, in that movie Astral City, it's going to show you both one world and another world after you die, so that you can see how it is. And it wasn't no lake of fire. It was more so just people roaming around in filth and just like lost, like bums on the street. Like, what are you doing? And the angels would come down and say, come to me, and they'll be like, no, we don't want to go, get away. So it's like, help is there and your ass don't want it. So fine, stay over there. And so when he went up there, he was like down. He didn't want to go. And then he was like, I'm sorry, forgive me, help me. And then the angel came and got him and took him the other way. So it's your own stubbornness. There's no other hell. There's no better way of saying hell than your own ignorance, your own ability to ask for help, and just leaving you to your own crap. I don't know. You got free will. Do what you want to do. If you're here, whenever you want me, I'm here. Just call away, like how people say. So, what are fallen angels? The legend says that there are 1/3 of heavenly hosts that were led by the arrogant Lucifer, who rebelled against God and was tossed out of heaven. The Italian poet Dante has angels' rebellion 20 seconds after their creation. God dang. By one bishop's count, 133 million of them fell 9 days to earth or hell, depending on different stories. According to some early Christian folklore, trouble began when the angel Semjaza led 200 comrades from heaven to earth without God's permission to mate with the beautiful mortal women. Now I'm going to look into that a little bit more, because even in the Bible it says that the sons of God looked unto the women as beautiful and had relations with them. And they were called something. I always forget the name. I remember telling my mom and she didn't believe me. And then she was like, oh my God, you are right. But because it was like a breed between an angel and a human, it became like really tall beasts and strong. And, maybe it was the Olympic winners. And I haven't dabbled into Greek yet, but that's going to be the next thing that I go over when I do my gods episode. But I think some of the Greek gods were like a cross between heaven realm and earth realm to me. But I'll find out when I look a little more. And sorry, everybody has a sore throat, and I'm kind of getting it too. Apparently, they were driven to that by what one ancient writer calls the privy members, like those of horses. Worse than illicit sex, Semdra's angel taught humans all kinds of forbidden or harmful knowledge, like the vanity of cosmetics. I'm guilty. I love makeup. I won't die without it though. And war mongering, which we still do that today, which is horrible. I think when God made everything, it was peaceful, and then here came destruction. Soon the women gave birth to a race of gigantic hungry jacks. There it is, y'all. One of them more than 2 miles tall. The child drone swallowed all the world's food, snacked on ordinary humans. Oh my God, y'all. Fee, fi, fo, fum. All right, y'all. Who gave us these stories? Jack and the Beanstalk. And what was he climbing up to? Okay, I'm finna research all this stuff again. All the Disney movies, Pinocchio. I think it's truth behind them. And they've tried to tell us on little kids level. I think when you're an adult, you should probably try to go back and get the adult meaning of it. But yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk. Who thought of a giant? Like, seriously? So swallowed all the world's food, snacked on the humans, and finally started cannibalizing each other. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this, but on social media, they were digging up big heads. Heads so big, like, what is that? And I thought it was fake, but here we are. When the earth was plunged into fornication and total anarchy, God sent down his powerful warrior angel Michael, and the lustful angels were imprisoned until doomsday in earth's valleys. So maybe they have to wait until Armageddon. The arrogant Satan-led rebellion angels against the faithful ones, defending the mount of God in heaven as mountains are ripped up and tossed around like cannonballs. Although the bad angels felt pain and the good ones don't, the forces are evenly matched until the Son, Jesus Christ, not yet born on earth, as a man takes the field. The Son terrifies Lucifer's army by hurling thunderbolts. Now, who got thunderbolts, y'all? Is that not Hercules? I cannot wait to put when I do all my religions, I'm going to put them stories side by side and be like, Jesus is like Hercules, it's like so-and-so is like so, because it's like, we all, each race has a piece of the story told in a different cultural way. And when you put them side by side, they probably all tell the same story if you just pick out the key parts. But I'm gonna figure this thing out. The Son terrifies Lucifer's army by hurling thunderbolts. Who hurls thunderbolts, y'all? Heaven's crystal walls open up to reveal a bottomless pit. And read that again. Heaven's crystal wall. So, is that the firmament that we can't get past? Is that why some people say astronauts is not going to space because they can't get by? Is that the dome some people say we in? Heaven's crystal wall opens up to reveal a bottomless pit in which the rebels will throw themselves into. Who else threw themselves down? The pigs. Lucifer and his plummeting angels crashed land in hell and end up chained by a burning lake of fire. They eventually free themselves. The rebels and the dictator Lucifer build hell's capital city, Pandemonium, which is for all demons. Now, we've heard of Pandemonium. I don't know if you guys have, but I've heard of Pandemonium. All told that there are as many versions of how Satan fell as there are theories of how dinosaurs became extinct or why Roman fell. True, that's why I said I want to line them all up and read them for myself. One Christian legend has Lucifer falling from disobeying God's command to bow down before the Lord's newest creature, Adam. I believe in that one. A tale found in the Quran. I haven't researched the Quran yet, but I would love to. Because, as I said in my last episode, if I'm the oldest child, that's the baby, why I gotta drink milk and they eating a steak? We need to switch this. So, it's just a bit of jealousy. It makes sense. God was just so hard on him. I wonder if that story could have played out a different way. Or is that kind of how, because when I became a woman, my mom was in the house, was like, okay, well, only one woman can be in this queendom. You know what I mean? You or me. And since it's your queendom, it's time for me to go. Maybe it was kind of like that. Like God was like, okay, well, only one of us is ruling, so you got to go. Get the stepping. Like how Martin used to say, tell Gina to get the stepping. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad. Like, at the end of the day, God did create Satan. And it's kind of like, you know how people talk and they don't talk no more? And you just like, all the good times that y'all had just gonna go to waste over one bad time. Like, y'all just not gonna get it together. It's kind of sad. Oh, this is a good one, y'all. I think I'm gonna end on this one. Why do people see angels in so many different forms? As Jesus, God, or even Hindus, Lord Krishna. The confusion was summed up by Caesar's assassin Brutus when Shakespeare had him say to a spirit he saw, "Art thou some god, some angel, or some devil?" Why does a Christian having vision say during a brush with death they see a powerful supernatural being he calls Jesus, when a Jew man simply sees an angel, or a Hindu witnesses the Lord Krishna? Near-death researchers tend to agree that the superior supernatural beings which patients encounter are generally the same beings, brilliant and unearthly loving figures of light. But the patients tend to interpret what they see according to their personal religion. And that's what I have come to believe. A being comes to visit us. It's full of light. It's teaching us right from wrong. You created us. We want to give you all these other names, but just stick to the facts of what you are. It's so simple. I'm not playing that game no more. It's so simple. Y'all can battle it out. I'm above it. It's above me or beneath me or however you say the shit. Secular people sometimes just describe visions as beings of light. So what if it is a being of light, but you're going to say, I saw Jesus? Maybe it's the whole telephone thing and people just lying. It's telephone going on here and nobody wants to tell the truth. It was a flash of light. But you want to say it was Jesus because that's your religion and that's what you believe in. And I understand why you would say that. But you could also say them both. It was a flash of light and I'm a Christian, so I'm going to say it's Jesus. Why couldn't you say it like that? And then here's a good one. A 54-year-old ex-mechanic told the researcher, I was with an angel of God or somebody that I had total harmony with. Somebody else will have to name my companion. So he was being honest. I was with God or somebody. Let somebody else name it. So, angels, some say, can appear as what we expect them to. In firefighter suspenders or the top hat or a Jewish sash, they even speak our lingo. One near-death victim was told by an awesomely compassionate being of light, you really blew it this time. I wonder what my poor angels say. Everybody is encouraged in learning and growing brighter, so they told me. Let me read this from the beginning. I was much surprised when I first went there at seeing a spirit, which I took to be God. That was honest, which I took to be God. And I afterwards supposed it was Jesus Christ. But it was only a bright spirit teaching the others. Here we go. I saw many such brighter spirits afterwards. They don't seem to belong to the rest at all. Everybody is engaged in learning and growing brighter, so they told me. This is my planet. This is where I come from, y'all. Everybody is encouraged in learning and growing brighter. That's all I really care about, honestly. And love. But I'm going to end it there. I do want to say, I used to watch this TV show called Raising Grace. She had an angel. Her angel would appear for her. She would see it. And then there was an adversary like the devil who kept appearing in different situations. But when she sat the people down and asked them to draw, it was the same face. And the angel really let her live her life because I think she was messing with a married man. She would drink and smoke. And instead of him judging her, he was really just like a friend. And I was so mad when they didn't renew that show. Y'all all saw Touched by an Angel. And my favorite one was the loving one. The Tessa was like a grandma. She was so stern. I hated when the death angel showed up, trying to be all compassionate. You finna kill somebody. But she would just be like, and God loves you. She was just so full of light and love. I resonated with her so much. God, we have some good shows coming up. And Seventh Heaven, I know it was a lot of controversy around that. But we just had a lot of good shows coming up around faith. And then that era just kind of vanished. But I'm going to link those shows because I probably need to watch them again too. And maybe pick up some new things from them. Touched by an Angel was really good. Raising Grace was really good. Seventh Heaven was more about family. And I'm talking more about angels. So I'll just link those two. I'll link the book as well. And I'll link the movie so that you guys could catch the movie. You know what? I'm going to link them all. I'm going to link The Sims. I'm going to link the Game is Life book. I'm going to link the Universal Laws. I'm going to link the movie. I already did religion, so y'all can go push play on that one. I might link the body if I didn't close that one out. And the mind. Yeah, I still got those tabs up in the book. So it'll be a couple of links for y'all. But Karen is sharing. I hope you guys learned something today. You can take it. You can, dismiss it, skip it. That's perfectly fine. Life is a school. Either you needed this elective for life or for your classes or you didn't, and that's okay. Either you needed to graduate or you don't. Do your own research to kind of dig a little bit deeper and just enjoy life. Like, there's going to be troubles. No one can escape troubles. The homeless have troubles just like the billionaire have troubles and everybody in between. Just try to smile and think of good things and be thankful, because I honestly believe your vibration attracts things. When you're happy, I'm pretty sure when people win the lottery, they're in a happy state. Or, when people are sick, they're in a low vibrational state. A quote that keeps coming to me is control your emotions, because if you let people control your emotions, they control you. And I think it goes further than that. If you don't control your emotions, then you are not allowing good things to come to you. And that's your own fault for not keeping up. And maybe that's why meditation is so good, because maybe something bad can happen and you can just reset. So I always have a hard time with meditation, but I'm definitely learning more and more about it to be able to put it into full practice. I'm just such a busybody, a go. I don't think I know how to turn off. Even going to sleep, I'm thinking of things and I'm dreaming of things. I never just have a dead sleep. And I don't want my body to have to go into a coma for that to happen. Like, bitch, you won't meditate, I'm going to make you meditate. So, and I think sometimes life happens like that. If you don't do things, things will happen so that you can do them with your stubborn behind. So, I'm going to... I was supposed to do a podcast with my friend about meditation, and we just haven't got around to it yet. So I'll research it a little bit more on my own, probably make it a podcast and if we ever link up, then I'll share what they have to say about it as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Lastly, I want to say, if you go to YouTube, you can look up these wonderful stations. The one that I'm on now is called Ambient, but the ones that I usually listen to are Chill Hop, or Lo-Fi, or Lo-Fi. And sometimes it's a little sentences and words here or there, but for the most part, it's just music. And music has its own language, as I was telling you guys, and it's basically talking to ourselves and healing our body. So it might not be for you, but it's definitely helping your body. And I'm going to start playing it in my living room as I go to sleep, so that those frequencies can be coming through the house. But each number means something, so I'll be doing a podcast later on the numbers, but look up the numbers, because some hertz are bad for you and some hertz are good for you. Like here's one. It says 444 hertz. And I want to say, my friend who told me if it can divide by 3, it's a good hertz. So that's a good rule of thumb. They usually have beautiful ambient pictures to go along with them. But just listen. It's like peaceful. So yeah. Maybe I'll link that for you guys as well. But sorry this one was so long. It was just so much. I didn't even get through the whole book, y'all. But y'all check it out. I'll continue to learn. And as I learn, I'll share. The next episode is going to be on ancestors. I can't wait to dabble into that. I am going to write down my angel names and put them on my wall. And we'll continue to learn and grow together. Thank you for listening. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye. And this concludes today's conversation. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/LUV.MEESH www.linktree/love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.